Hello, everybody.
Hi there.
I'm going to put
Good
my
morning.
morning. I'm going to put myself back on mute.
Good morning, Heather. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Driving to Indiana to see Brent.
Oh, goodness.
I know.
Well,
Excited.
safe travels.
We got up at 3 and left this morning. So, whew,
So you've already been on the road for a little bit.
6 hours.
Whew.
Whew, I know, right?
A couple of the small.
You're from up here, aren't you?
I'm from Illinois.
Yeah, and we're
Yeah.
still in Illinois right now.
Ah, yeah.
So is everything else going okay?
Yeah. More people on here.
The car. Here's Illinois.
Yay.
Hey, how are you?
Good morning. I don't know an Illinois state song, but I always like to sing the state song or whatever every time I pass the new state. The Oklahoma one's fun.
Oh, it is fun, isn't it? Yeah, we were when we crossed the river. It said "Welcome to Illinois" on my phone because I've got it all into that. So
Every time I drive into Memphis, I have it ready to play Walking in Memphis as I cross
really?
the bridge. It's so fun.
That is fun. It's real fun. You can see my mom in the back seat. We're taking the grandparents up to see him.
Ah.
Yesterday, Blue Buffalo on it.
I miss all you guys. It's not quite the same.
I think we'll be at
It's not at all. And did you see where they're not starting school back for? They're going to start school back another 2 weeks. Did y'all see that?
Yeah.
You think they'll ever start?
Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know either. Keep it pretty tight-lipped over there on the main
I can tell you,
headquarters.
I can tell you, I haven't been given any directives yet.
Yeah.
Have you not?
No, not yet.
No. How you doing?
Who, me?
Uh-huh.
I'm doing great.
Yeah, I know, right?
You tell? Boy, I look lovely, don't I?
have not. Well, we began the discussion.
I'm ready to have some directives. We're open, but it's still tough.
Yeah.
And good morning, everyone, by the way.
Good morning.
We're not talking every other day now about these problems.
Hey, Jerry. We met with Milton Graham this past week.
Oh, that's great. How's everyone doing?
Good. It was a good meeting. Shanna's on this call somewhere. I saw her face. Oh, there it is up there. she's in Florida.
I wish.
She's our new Pulaski County area coordinator for United Way, and so she set all that up. She's known Milton a long time. Shanna, this is Jerry. You know, he got brought up a lot in the meeting with Milton. So.
Hey, Jerry, it's
Hey, nice
Shauna.
to meet you. Very nice to meet you, Shauna.
Is there a way we could do a quick intro? Because some of these people I don't know, and this is my actual first time for y'all to see me. And I've been to very few meetings. Sorry, y'all.
Oh.
Can we do an intro? Hi, Sina.
Hello.
I think it's a good idea because I kind of wanted to know who was, sometimes we can't even tell who's on the line if there's a phone line. So, yeah, sure. But the problem is that how do you keep people from talking all at once? Anyway, we can try.
Why don't someone just do the intro and we can raise our hands when you say our name.
Do you want to lead that, Heather, or you want me to?
Oh, either way, should we, you think we should give it another minute, see who gets on?
I think it'll take a while, so I think we go ahead and get started, and then as people get added, we can go ahead and ask them to introduce themselves too.
One of the ways that we make introductions is to make an introduction of ourselves and then pick somebody else to go, and just based on the names. So,
Awesome.
so that might be a good way to get through it. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
I love that idea.
Zena.
So I'll start. I'm Karen Phillips with Restore Hope, and you may know I'm in a new position as the 100 Families Director as we move into other counties in Arkansas with our new partnership with United Way. So we, Eddie Lee will be talking here in a minute about that, and Heather's the new area coordinator for Sebastian County. So I'm gonna just go ahead and give it to Heather, and she can go to the next person.
All right, well, yeah, I'll talk a little bit here in a minute, but yes, Heather Edwards, I'm the new Sebastian County Coordinator for 100 Families. I know most of you, I think there's a couple of faces that I don't know very well, but I'm excited to get to know all of you better and work together. And I came from the Literacy Council, which is where I know most of you from. I was there for a couple of years. But in the top left corner of my screen is Dana, so I'll let her talk.
Hi guys, I'm Dana Baker. I am the 100 Families Area Coordinator in White County. I live in Searcy. I've worked for Restore Hope for almost 2 years doing alternative sentencing. I've been the lone duck here in White County for Restore Hope, and I'm still the lone duck here in White County for 100 Families, but we've kicked it off with a lot of support from the community, and we're really excited to get going. And I'm going to throw it to Brian Graham.
Thank you, Dana. My name is Brian. I'm the Court Resolution and Reentry Program Manager. I help your clients navigate a lot of district court issues. So if you need that help, just let me know. Just some quick statistics. Dana has done a great job in White County there. 70% of her alternative sentencing clients had a suspended driver's license. When Caden and I ran the report, 15 to 20% of those, since we ran the first report, have already resolved those issues. That's significant. That means they're paying their fines, they're paying their reinstatement fees, and they're driving legal. That's very important for your clients. And let's see here. I see Teresa Hill. I'll hand it off to her. Teresa, you're muted.
There, I was trying to use the space bar, but it didn't work. I'm Teresa Hill. I'm the Executive Director for STEPS Family Resource Center. We've been with the Restore Hope 100 Families Initiative since before it kicked off last year. So we're really happy to be a part and collaborating with everyone, and we've made a lot of good friends and partnerships in the community, so we're just happy to be a part of it. And so I'm going to kick it off to Jeannie Carroll.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Jeannie Carroll, and I am the Families in Transition Liaison for the Fort Smith Public Schools. And what that means is I work with students and their families that are experiencing homelessness. And I'm going to send it to Zena Featherston Marshall.
Hi, everyone. I'm Zena Featherston Marshall. As Jeannie said, you can drop the Featherston out because my last kid is off my payroll. Whoopee! And I work for the Fort Smith Public Schools, supporting people like Jeannie. And it's my pleasure to do so. And I look forward to hearing more about what's happening with the 100 Families Initiative. Thanks. And I'm going to go with Pulaski Lashana. That's how your name comes up.
I'm Lashana Bruce. I am the coordinator for Pulaski County with 100 Families, and I'm excited to be a part of this team. We will launch in October in Pulaski County. I'm building the alliance now to have our first alliance meeting in August. So yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You got to pick somebody, Shanna.
Eddie Lee.
I got to unmute there. Thank you, Shauna. Good seeing you today. Eddie Lee Herndon with United Way. And I love this Brady Bunch style. This is so good. Can we all look to our left? Oh, just kidding. Okay, so that's kind of funny. You know, I'm really excited to share a few things here in a minute. But thank you all for all the work for so many months that have been put into this and just a great collaboration. And I'm going to kick it over to my friend across the street, Miss Keely Simpson.
Thanks, Eddie. I had to unmute also. I'm Keely Simpson, and I am the missions facilitator at First Presbyterian Church, neighbor to United Way. And it's good to see a lot of familiar faces, and congratulations again to Heather. Proud of you. I'm going to kick it off because I love her background, Abby Taylor Cox. It's hilarious.
Good morning. Thank you, Keely. Abby Taylor Cox. I'm with Arkansas Single Parent Scholarship Fund. We are 6 counties in the River Valley, so it's Crawford, Franklin, Sebastian, Logan, Scott, and Johnson. And we help people when they stabilize to lift their level out of poverty. And we help with scholarships, and that's there's no cookie cutter on the scholarships. If anything that'll help you earn a livable wage. If you want to be a plumber, an electrician, there are all kinds of scholarships available to help you, especially if you don't have if you have some things on your past that you need cleared up. So we can help you get an education, and we give scholarships, and we got a 94% success rate. I'm really proud of that. And I'm really excited to be part of the 100 families. Unfortunately, I can't see all of you, so somebody's going to have to help me out to pick somebody.
Well, I'll pick our favorite police chief, Chief Danny Baker.
Hey, thank you.
Well, so I guess I'm supposed to say what I do and what I'm about. So I'm the head cook and bottle washer at the Fort Smith Police Department. But really, my purpose is to support you and help facilitate your work in this community. And I believe in what you're doing. I believe that 100 Families is being successful in our community, and it's going to be successful and now some more communities, and that's a wonderful thing. I'll share with you our vision statement. I think it's important that you know how influential each one of you and this group has been in guiding the culture of the Fort Smith Police Department. So our vision statement says that we're working tirelessly for a day when the profession is no longer needed. We will relentlessly pursue perfection in all we do, knowing excellence can be obtained. We'll strive daily to improve the lives of everyone we encounter. Service to others will be our guiding principle as we work hand in hand with every segment of our community to seek permanent peace, justice, and security for all. And my estimation, a vision statement is supposed to be something that we can work toward and always have something to reach toward, but it's always just a little bit out of reach. We know we're not ever going to obtain perfection. We know we're not ever going to not need police officers. But if that's the way that we approach things and the mindset that we have and when we're dealing with one another, we're going to get a lot closer to that than we were before. So thank you and congratulations, Heather, on your new appointment, and let's continue the good work. We seem to forget this part. Let's see here. Who do I not know? Let's see. Well, let's go with the sure thing. Mitzi, you're up.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Mitzi Little. I'm the marketing director with United Way Fort Smith area. So I'm just here to kind of listen and learn. This is my first 100 Families meeting. So with that, I'm going to pass it off to one of our summer Tyson interns. I see Cade Floyd.
Like you said, my name is Cade Floyd, and I'm a Tyson United Way intern. I'm working with Restore Hope as a data analyst. And I'll pass it off to, let's do someone I don't know. How about Kara Cox? We'll go with that one.
Good morning, I'm Kara Cox. I work at Mercy as the Community Health and Access Manager, and we love being a part of 100 Families. Let's kick it down to Jordan.
I think I'm the only Jordan on here. I'm Jordan Hale. I'm a field representative in the Fort Smith office for Congressman Steve Womack. Love seeing all you guys on here, and I love the collective effort from 100 Families and Restore Hope. It's good seeing you guys this morning. We'll head to Kendall Ross.
Hey, thanks, Jordan. Appreciate that. Kendall Ross, University of Arkansas, Fort Smith. I'm with the Center for Business and Professional Development, and we provide consulting. We provide customized training, both credit and non-credit. And so we love working with our Restore Hope partners. So I'll kick it over. Good grief. There's so many of you that I do know and so many that I don't know. Let's go to Kathleen Dorn, since you're riding along.
Oh, thank you, Kendall. Hi, I'm Kathleen Dorn, and I'm the director of the Fort Smith Adult Education Center. And I don't see anybody's participant list, so I'm going to let, how about Amy Douglas from OK Foods?
Okay, I'm unmuted. Hi, everyone. So I tried to turn my video on for a second, and I was literally flipped upside down. So I'm not going to talk to you guys on my head. So I am Amy Douglas. I'm Human Resources Services Manager with OK Foods, and I am here to support any of the clients who may wish to come through our doors. I suppose I will turn it over to Sherry Sims.
Thanks, Amy. I'm not upside down, but you're not going to see me today because I just got back from the gym and I have yet to shower. I'm here by invitation of Heather. Thank you, Heather. I'm in HR at Ream, but I do a lot with community relations as well. So kind of like Mitzi, I'm on a learning expedition. I'm excited to see and hear what's going on. I'm aware of the 100 Families, but have really not been involved much to this point. So excited to live and learn here. How about Mitch Minnick?
Hey everybody, my name's Mitch Minnick. I'm the Executive Director for the Fort Smith Housing Authority, and we provide rental assistance for Fort Smith and Sebastian County, along with a number of other things that we do. Be happy to talk about that at a later time with anybody if they're interested. We've been a partner with Restore Hope from the beginning and provide help to administer some rental assistance here in Fort Smith and Sebastian County for the Restore Hope initiative. And I will turn it over to Sharon Chapman.
Thanks, Mitch. I'm Sharon Chapman. I'm the Executive Director of Next Step Homeless Services, and we have an emergency day shelter where we provide services and meals to people. And we also have a transitional housing program where we provide housing for between 40 and 50 homeless individuals at a time. Thanks. We're so happy to be a part and a partner of 100 Families and excited to see all the wonderful things that are happening. And I'm going to turn it over to Michelle Lassiter.
Hello, I'm Michelle Lassiter. I'm a foster mom for Area 2, but I take kids from all over the state. As of right now, we've been open for going on 4 years, and I've had 129 children come through my home. Reunification is number one, and I support bio families 100%. I'm very excited to be here and to learn and see how I can participate in any way possible. Oh, let's see, Laura Caldwell. Is she on? She was on. There she is. You're on mute, Laura.
Okay, I'm not really sure where I went. Sorry, Michelle. I am Laura Caldwell. I'm the Sebastian County Supervisor for Adoptions and Resources for the Department of Human Services here in Fort Smith. And I'm also a former foster, and I'm also adopted mom. So, and I have New Start in Crawford County. So I'm glad to be here, friends with Karen, and I love what we're doing for our community. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Who hasn't done it? Maybe Amanda Hayes.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Amanda Hayes. I'm an in-home protective services supervisor in Crawford County. I transferred over from Sebastian, I guess, back in January. It's just been amazing to see all of the progress and assistance our families are getting from this organization and everybody's collaboration. So it's been a blessing for me to be able to witness that. And I'll kick it over to Mr. Jerry Aubrey.
Hi, my name is Jerry Aubrey. I'm the Area 2 facilitator for Children and Family Services. It's a mediation model program that caters to individualized safety plans, or what we call plans of safe care. Anytime the Department, Child Protective Services, identifies a safety factor or there's a newborn that's exposed to an illegal substance, they'll call me to have a mediation. Let's see here. And I do apologize. I will be having to get off the line in a few minutes because I do have a meeting coming up. Who hasn't gone? How about Steven's iPad?
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. I am the pastor of the Central Presbyterian Church, and we are happy to have the new Vision Home, which the children use, foster care children use, for a safe place to be. And I'm totally interested in what 100 families are doing and very supportive, and I'm here to learn. So thank you all for being here and for everything that you do. And I'm going to kick it over. I don't know who's been and who hasn't. This is my first time on. So Heather, help me out.
All right, let's see. I think we're getting most people. Dana Byram, you haven't gone yet.
Hi, I'm Dana Byram. I'm the Rehab Area Manager for Arkansas Rehab Services. We're a state and federally funded program that helps individuals with disabilities get training, and we help them find employment. Sorry, is there anybody left?
Well, I think Jimmy Wooding hasn't gone yet.
I'm Jimmy Wooding with Harbor House. We provide recovery life coaches and do recovery coaching. We're in 18 sites, including the 4 sites for 100 families, Restore Hope. been a partner since the beginning and are just here to see what else we could do to be of service.
Thank you. And let's see, we've got Trudy Smith. Looks like she's on. Maybe. Okay, we'll come back to her. How about Stacy? Stacy Willinger?
Hi, I'm Stacy Willinger. I'm with Western Arkansas Planning and Development District. We help individuals improve their skills, go back to school, gain training, things along those lines.
Thank you. And how about Sarah Biggs?
Hi, I'm with Fort Smith Public Schools. I'm the supervisor of early childhood education, parent community services. Our Parents as Teacher Home Visiting Program is a United Way agency. And under our department, we also work with Miss Jeannie Carroll, who I believe is on the Zoom as well. And she is our Families in Transition coordinator for the district and serves homeless students who are experiencing homelessness. And then we also have a preschool program. We serve 600 children with that.
Thanks, Sarah. Laura Pern has.
Good morning. I am with the Junior League of Fort Smith on their executive board, and we partner with several of the organizations that partner with 100 Families to focus on assisting organizations that we can help regarding primarily foster children transitioning out, but also preventing children from going into foster care. And additionally, on the side, I've been working with Brian Graham to provide some pro bono legal services to some clients that just have some residual legal issues that they can resolve and just need a little guidance.
Thank you. Let's see. Christy Emerson.
Good morning. I am with First Choice Pregnancy Medical Center. I'm the executive director. This is my first time being on this call, so I am just looking, I've just been director since June 1st, and I'm just looking to network with other people. We help women that are facing unplanned pregnancies, and so they need a lot of resources. They're coming into us scared, so I heard about 100 Families, like 3 people have told me about you guys, and so I thought, I got invited to the Facebook group, and I just wanted to hop on and see what you guys were all about. So that's why I'm here.
Awesome. Thank you. I think there's a phone number. I'm not sure who that is. This 4764 number. Maybe, maybe not. All right, if I missed anybody, I apologize. I think we've got about everybody, and there are quite a few people on here, which is great.
Can we get Erin Chastain real quick with Connected?
Okay, yep.
Good morning, everybody. Aaron Chastain. I'm with Connected Foster Care as part of Arkansas Baptist Children Homes and Family Ministries. We are a private licensed placement agency contracted with DCFS, and we serve around the state, currently serving over 50 families, foster families, and over on average 100 foster kids. And we're celebrating a reunification of a sibling group of 7 with their parents last weekend. It was pretty awesome. So praying for more of those reunifications, restorations, and or adoptions in the coming future. So glad to be here.
All
Okay, well, I guess we do need to go ahead and get started. We do have Ben Holmes, who didn't get called on, but he does have a hard stop at 10, so we want to get to him as soon as possible. But before that, I do want to go to Eddie Lee. As you notice, I made sure that I started, and that's because growing up, I was always picked last. And so I had to make sure that that didn't happen this time. And I know that Sarah and Paul and Rennie Rule are all joining in the room over there. So I want to welcome them. You know Paul very, very well. So Rennie is our community engagement professional, and then Sarah, who's about to sit down, there she goes, is our training coordinator for Restore Hope. So just wanted to say that real quick. I am excited, so excited that that Eddie Lee and United Way has become such an intimate partner with our organization, and has taken on the responsibility of managing this program. And Eddie Lee, you all know him well, but you know that he is passionate and about helping others in whatever way he can. He's always been kind to me ever since I first met him, and I know he's your friend and mine, Eddie Lee.
Wow. Thank you, Karen, for that introduction. Guys, this is just such an incredible group of people, and it's just amazing. And thank you, Jeannie Carroll, for suggesting the introductions today, because it was just awesome to hear all the individuals and the collective resources that we have, all steering toward a common goal. Heather Edwards, Heather, you had on the agenda, did you want me to read the declaration today? Are we still on track for that time-wise?
Well, we may just put that at the end. I know a couple of you need to hop off, but I think it'll be, so I'll go over that at the end. Yeah.
Good. Well, I'm normally accustomed to reading children's books, so this was a real stretch for me today to read such a proper declaration, but happy to do so if the time permits. In talking with Paul and Karen and our new coordinators and our United Way staff, I wanted just to take a minute to give you a little bit of history and background very quickly of how we've arrived where we are. But as you guys and we began to work with Paul and Restore Hope and Karen, over 2 years ago, many months, everyone came together in a collaborative form, working in different committees, and we formalized it down at the Blue Line by signing the declaration, which was an awesome day for our community to have so many different entities participating in the mission and the work. And as we continued to work alongside Restore Hope, it was Paul and Karen's vision to land a more solidified program and find a home for 100 families in the community. So the commonality between the mission of Restore Hope and the mission of United Way with the program 100 Families, it was an absolute perfect fit. So as we continued to work there, we started pulling back 30,000 feet to look, okay, beyond Sebastian County, how can we make this work in all counties in Arkansas to really follow the template of Sebastian and now Crawford, and as you've seen, White counties come on in Pulaski County. So from an organizational standpoint, it made sense that perhaps the United Ways of Arkansas, being the exit position down the road, might be the perfect spot for the program statewide. So in looking at the immediate needs here locally in Sebastian County, as well as pulling back up to that 30,000 foot level, we felt that United Way was the perfect home. So we met with our board, we spent a lot of time and a lot of thought and a lot of planning went into this, and we started working with the Arkansas Department of Workforce Services, and we were able to construct a grant for our community, which we were able to secure. And that was no easy task. We had many legislators involved and many folks at the Capitol, as well as the incredible work by Karen. I can't tell you how many hours that Karen put into this and just labored over it. And then Paul and I, working alongside her to make this happen. And so we submitted the grant, we received it. And so now with United Way, we're going to be able to, I hope, just provide additional resources and firepower to all of your work and be able to inject funds into case management and needed areas in the community as we move forward. And of course, our goal is to continue the great success here in Sebastian County, see the outcomes continue to grow, reunite families with their children, reduce the recidivism rate. And there's when we started 2 years ago, I think we had over 800 children in foster care, and we've seen that plunge line dropping for the children in foster care from the great work of so many of you on this call, and giving people that pathway from crisis to care and then all the way to adult ed, literacy council, future fit at UAFS, and education and to career and beyond. So guys, we're just really, really excited that this is now officially a United Way program. We were able to hire 4 new United Way employees. Heather Edwards is our Sebastian County coordinator. Charlotte Douglas is our Crawford County coordinator. Dana Baker on the call today is our White County coordinator. And then Shauna Bruce is our coordinator in Pulaski County. So we've expanded our breadth and width, and I just can't say thanks enough to Paul and Karen for their great work. And I'm very excited, you know, and here's one of the things in the transition that I know may be a challenge for me and Paul and Karen and perhaps you guys, but, you know, Karen is passing the mantle of her work, boots on the ground, to Heather Edwards here locally in Sebastian County. And now Karen is able to pull back, and she's in a facilitating role to help consult and work with our new coordinators to do exactly what she's done the last few years in each of their counties. And it's always a challenge when we have to give up something in a certain role. But I tell you what, it's in great hands. And Karen is here to guide us and to continue as Restore Hope is going to become a consultant of the program for United Way. And we are so blessed to have such a tight partnership. We spent a whole day together yesterday. Karen, I don't even know how many hours we've spent together in the last few weeks, but it's been absolutely fun. It's been tremendous. And, you know, Mark Twain said, you never work a day in your life if you do something you love. So, you know, I think all of us on the call could probably say that. And with that, Heather, I'll just turn it back over to you. But United Way is so excited. We're just excited to have you on the team, Heather. We're excited to have Dana and Charlotte and Shauna Bruce and our team there in Little Rock with Rennie and just joining the Restore Hope partnership. And just excited this is now a United Way program. And so Heather, I'll kick it over to you.
Thank you, Eddie Lee. I know that for the sake of time, we're needing to move forward here. So I think we'll probably let Ben talk next. I think I've given you permission to share. Are you able to screen share?
Yeah, so I'll share my screen now, and I'll just give everyone a heads up. If you can't understand what I'm saying with my accent at all, I have a British accent. If I'm speaking too fast or I'm mumbling, please yell at me. So I've just shared my screen, so let me know if everyone can see it. I work with Rev 365, so we've partnered with Restore Hope, and we'll be building out a dashboard, which will really just help convey all data entries that Restore Hope and 100 Families would like to convey, and just put it in a visual format that, again, this will be a volume 1, and then as we grow and as we tighten things up with data entry and data visualization, this can really scale out into hopefully something that every one of us can use weekly, monthly, daily. So hopefully this will be a tool that everyone will find useful and we can scale across the board. So going forward here, this is, like I said, this is volume 1, or maybe not even 1 yet. It's not fully finished. So this is a dashboard that's plugged directly into the Restore Hope database. So all the data that the case managers have been plugging in, we've started writing scripts within the database to be able to pull out that information and give you guys a general overview. And then on certain pages, you can dive in deeper into that information. We're not going to show all the pages today, as some do have obviously client information there. And we just don't want to share all that out just yet, especially if I've entered it in wrong. So we'll just get started. So here you can see the client by year. with the age and the client status. So the client status would range from are they an active client or are they an inactive client within the Restore Hope. And you can pick by age. And we're going to tighten this up to be, if you want this to be from 15-year-olds to 25-year-olds, 25 to 50, 50 to 75. This can be anything you want. Right now, we just went with the database, the date of birth, sorry, ages that are within the database. And you can scroll down if you want to see 25-year-olds only, 28 years old only, or you want to pick within that, that's totally fine. And so this will get tightened up. And again, we have date range here. So if you want to see client intake from, let's say, January 1 to present, or January 1 to July 1st, all you would do is click apply. Please work. And then you can see the client count by month within here. Again, with the areas, you can see you'll have White County, Sebastian County, Pulaski County will be in there. There's also Crawford County. However, you are seeing duplicates within this, and that's just the way the database has been set up. So once we tighten our data entry and how we want that to look, we can either scale it down or we can scale it bigger. So if we want it to be Pulaski County and just the 100 families program only to show within that, we can make that happen. And like I said, we can do the same for Crawford County or White County only. Again, you can go down further and go into race within each county. So if you want to pick a specific date of birth range, a county and a specific race, such as white, Cherokee, Native Hawaiian, Black or African American. And again, there's multiples in here, and that's just the way the database was set up. Again, we can pull this out, but we just didn't want to delete any information with it being a volume 1. So this will be I believe will be a great tool just to kind of help give you guys a narrative going forward, where you can see your ranges, how your county is performing with client count and your client status. Are they active clients? Are they inactive clients? And then you can even go through, again, you can, like I said, you can dive deeper by race into that. Any questions on that? Perfect. I'm going to take your silence as it's great. So I'm going to move on. So we're going to miss number 2 here, as it does show client information. And I believe we can go to number 3. Perfect. Didn't get that wrong. And this is client count by intake, date, per month, and per year. So we'll add a custom data range bar into that. So you can see, we found out yesterday that obviously certain grants and stuff start on certain days. So right now, this is very generalized, just to be month by month, month over month. The database was created in July of 2018, and you can just see how the client intake gathered over time. And then you have the form intake, sorry. And that just goes over month up until present date right now. And again, we can change this form intake to be by county, and we can add in by race if we want, again, or any additional variables that get entered into the database. We can populate that and have that pull in if we want to filter down within any form at all. So again, it helps really convey a narrative is the goal of this. And like I said, this is obviously volume 1. By the time we get to volume 6, I was telling Sarah and Paul yesterday, and Karen, you'll look back at this and think, what a load of rubbish I'm wasting everyone's time with today. So like I said, we get really refined with this. We do it for multiple companies, and I think it's a great tool if used correctly. So fingers crossed. By program area, I believe I can go on that. Just looking at Sarah's eyes to make sure. Yes, so by program area, sorry, I got everyone's faces over my dashboard. So by program area, you can see the client count and the average age within the area. And again, here we just kind of see the program areas that are laid out. This needs to obviously get cleaned up to say, I'd like to have the Sebastian counties all kind of grouped together, and the Crawford counties and the Pulaski counties, etc. But you can just see how the data is laid out by program area. We have what looks like duplicates. However, I've been informed they are separate. So as the program areas expand or even condense, hopefully not, you can see what's going on within each program. And again, we can have this filtered out to be whatever we want that to be again. So if you want average age to change to something else, or you want to add in any additional information, such as how many white males that are active clients within each county, we can show all this information within this dashboard. Again, just once the data entry's obviously tightened up, again, we can make that happen. I apologize. I feel like I'm repeating myself an awful lot. So the last 2 pages are still kind of under construction. So fair warning there. They are going to be worked on today. I told all the developers on my team to stay off it right now, because if you do have too many people on it at one time, when it's in the development mode like it is right now, it can break. So this will be client count by care area, and this is obviously your from crisis to thriving. And this will be taken in factors such as dental and education. And like I said, we'll add the date ranges in. This obviously needs to get stylized, as it looks like my little brother stylized it. It was actually me, so I apologize. And so really it's kind of the bare bones on what your dashboard will look like, and then by discharge will also be within there, and that'll I believe that has client names on there as well, so I won't show that. And that'll just say if they were graduated the program or if they were dismissed from the program, and factors along those lines, just so you can really dive into the data and see what counties are maybe performing. I'm sure you're all performing, but how it's comparable to each other. So really, I'm just going to keep it real short and sweet right now. Any questions there? Sarah, Paul, if you want to add into that, or Karen, please feel free.
Thank you, Ben, so much for giving us that overview. We're very excited. We have been working, the Tyson intern, Cade, who you met earlier, has been working tirelessly for a lot of cleanup with all the organizations, and we'll continue to work on that through the database. But you know that Hope Arc, our system, collaborative case management system, is one of the most important aspects of the work we do, because we can show the community outcomes, and we've been using the system for over a year now with all our partners, using the 14 assessment areas. So you only saw dental and education. Well, Ben is working to add all 14 assessment areas. This will be a dashboard on your, when you go into Hope Arc, you'll be able to filter all these areas and come up with your own charts based off of whatever your board of directors or your funder wants to know about the program, and even by provider. So we are so excited, because it has been a pretty tedious task every month, making sure that all the data and the outcomes are together. In fact, Ben is putting together, those were crisis at intake on that page he showed you, but he's also doing the at most recent updated existing intake. So it's just going forward, the main thing I want to leave with you all is how important accurate information in the system is. We want those dashboards to just come up perfect and beautiful every time, but that only happens if we're diligent on the front end about putting in the correct information. So we just appreciate, and if anybody wants the system or wants to be trained on the system, Sarah Littleton's here with us today. She's the training coordinator, and she wants to help you learn how to use that. Thank you, Ben, so much. I know you've got to go, but we are so thankful for you being on here to show us the system.
No problem. Thank you all. I'll leave you on that. And yeah, keep up the great work, guys. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Or Heather, can you hear us?
Yes.
Sorry, we were having technical difficulties here as we're talking about the Hope Arc system. So the Hope Arc system works beautifully. Our Zoom, not so much. So don't hire us to figure out your Zoom deal. Hey, real quick, I know Ben's on his way to another meeting, but Rev 365 has really bought into this 100 families work, and they're doing an incredible job. And so, you know, if you've got any data needs or recommend, I can't. So this is a non-paid ad for Rev 365, which is headquartered in Arkansas, but has employees across the globe. I would highly recommend them. This data, y'all, our goal by the end of summer is that any Alliance member will be able to go on and query your data. This is the community's data. You'll be able to query it real time. And that way you can use it to see and make decisions for your organization, for your group, to apply for grants, that kind of thing. So this is a tool by the end of summer that we're working to provide the Alliance members to increase the effectiveness of your own programs, to find out where gaps might be if you're thinking about creating a new program, and then also to be able to show to people that you might, whatever funding source you're after. So that's the goal there.
All right, thank you. I know we're kind of moving this along. Some people had some meetings and appointments pop up, but I didn't, so I'll be here the whole time. For those of you who have used that system, that HopeArc system, that collaborative case management, this kind of access, quick access to data trends is huge. For those of us that have been using it, this is super helpful. So it's exciting for us. If you haven't used the system, it's going to be helpful for you in other ways. But this is good good information, and it's exciting the ways that we're able to bring in more resources to help increase our efficiency. Those are the kinds of things that we're looking at this point to make more of an impact in the community. So it's very exciting. I know let's see, I'm looking at our agenda and seeing where we need to pop anything in. Before, I'll mention my role just a little bit, and then we'll get to the committee updates, and then we'll kind of wrap stuff up and see what questions people have, what comments people have. So my role, as we've mentioned a little bit, has changed. I have been involved both with United Way and with Restore Hope in my position at the Literacy Council, because collaboration is one of the things that I have seen being most effective in actually making a difference in the community. So to get on here and see 2 pages of people working together, even on your little Zoom pictures, that's really exciting to me. The fact that I already know most of you, that I've already worked with a lot of you, is really exciting to me. So good things are coming. There are challenges, certainly, but good things are coming. So I want to thank you all for being part of this initiative. It's really important work that's being done. If I don't know you, if there's anybody on this call who I don't know, and there are maybe a couple of you, I would like to get to know you. You know, my role is Sebastian County Coordinator, and that looks like a lot of different things, but mostly it looks like facilitating collaborations that are going to make an impact in real people's lives. So if I don't know you, please reach out to me, get a hold of me. I'd like to see where we can improve the collaborations and like I said, make an impact in the community. I know that I have a lot to learn. There's so much good that's happening in the community, and there are so many challenges that are happening in the community that I'm just not familiar with, I'm not aware of. I want as much information as you can give me. Don't worry about information overload. I will take in whatever I can. And we'll go from there, and we'll see, you know, where we can increase our partnerships. And so please reach out to me if you have any questions, any information, any comments. I will do the best that I can within my ability. So with that, the committees have made a little bit of a change. If you've worked with this initiative a little bit, we had some different names for our committees. Maybe they've changed a little bit, but the function, the work gets done of the collaboration gets done in 3 committees. The point of contact committee, we're shortening that name to contact. We're trying to be alliterative here so people can remember. So the first one is contact. The second one was stability or stabilization. We're calling that connection. So we've got contact and then connection. Following that is career. And again, we've got the alliteration happening. Career is a little bit, it's broader than just a job, and we'll kind of get into that. Maybe not this meeting, but those are the 3 committees that are operating right now. Teresa Hill with STEPS has been wonderful and holding her committee together and getting things done. So Teresa, would you just say a little bit about what you all have been doing?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. Well, I think like everyone else, COVID really threw us for a curve these last few months. We had our last meeting just earlier this week, and I'm grateful to those who were able to attend as part of the contact committee. But one thing that we have been working on for the last several months has been trying to figure out a way to help parents have a place for their children to go for those that do have open cases, but they're protective services, or in the preventative cases, for childcare, that drop-in short-term temporary childcare so that parents can go and take any tests that they need to take or to go for an interview. Oftentimes, the support systems are kind of non-existent for these families, so they don't really have, a family member that they can just drop their kids off with. So one thing that we discussed is trying to reach out to some of the different churches in the area to see if Mother's Day Out programs, which I know, right now, one of the problems is that so many of the care centers have closed because of COVID. So, but we talked about reaching out to the different churches to see if there may be a program that the children could use. And then also reaching out to the Head Start programs to see if maybe there's a way that we could work together. And, it's not something that a parent or that the 100 Families program would necessarily need every day of the week or every week, but maybe just on a few select days where parents could bring their kids in if necessary. Of course, another issue that we've been working on for some time now is trying to figure out how to get parents to and from their jobs once they've got them. And I think that's also a part of the what the Connect committee has been working on is just seeing how these parents can get to those job interviews, how they can get to their jobs that are outside of the normal working hours or outside of the bus transit hours. So we had some good conversations, agency updates as far as who is open and who's doing what. We were glad to hear that the Hope campus is still bringing people in. They've been very fortunate in that they have not had any cases of COVID in their campus. So everyone there has remained safe and well, which is just fantastic. I don't think that Chris Joannidis is on here today, but they've done an amazing job at continuing to serve the community. And then of course we have the community rescue mission that we've been working with. They have been vital as case managers in the 100 Families program. And Heather said that they are still accepting families. It's just a pre-screening process over the phone. So the community is still working, and I know that there's other agencies with the food pantries, with the adult ed still allowing testing to happen. So there's still so much going on in the community. So if there's anyone out there that would like to just sit in on a contact meeting, even if you don't feel like you're necessarily a part of the contact committee or that point of contact with clients or case management, we would love to have you, if nothing else, just to attend for informational purposes so you can hear what's going on in the contact committee, and then also so you can share what your agency might be able to contribute to those that we're serving. Heather, I think that pretty well covers what we went over. So I'm not going to take up any more time. So I'll turn it back over to you, Heather. Oh, I will type out my email address in the chat box for anyone that does need to get in touch with me. You're more than welcome to contact us, and we'd love to be able to partner with more organizations in the area. So thank you.
Thank you, Teresa. The Connection Committee, I'll give a little short update there because I was the chair of that committee, and we are in the process of a new chair coming in. So just like you said, Teresa, things are different right now. A lot of uncertainties, both with agencies, nonprofits, school coming in. So it is, the last meeting that we had was more of a check-in to see who is operating on what capacity. And most people are operating at some capacity, but it's a difficult time right now because there's an increased need along with a decrease in available services. And that's a big challenge for our population. So it's something that we're going to have to work through, which is why these collaborations are so critical. So as we move forward, we're going to have to be really intentional about staying in communication when there are opportunities available, whether it's funding opportunities or resources or whatever it is. But communication is one of the biggest both obstacles and necessities when you're collaborating. So that's part of what my role is going to be, is to help to facilitate that communication, so I can be kind of a point person for a lot of you, because I know that the agencies, the organizations that are operating, some of them are kind of slammed between trying to completely reinvent their operations with limited funding. So it's a bit of a challenge on their end, but it's also a challenge for our families. So and for them to know what resources are available to keep up with the information as it's changing quickly. So that's where we're all fitting in. We're looking at the Connection Committee has focused a lot on addressing barriers that our clients face. And that's what we'll continue to do moving forward. If that looks like transportation, childcare, recovery, housing, those big picture challenges that are barriers to advancement. So those are the kind of things that we're looking at. They're big, so it takes a lot of doing to address those challenges. But any barriers that we can reduce are beneficial both for our families and for the community in general. To, like you said, to prevent people from becoming, not just address the situation that they're already in, but address it on the front end so it doesn't become as much of an issue. There's all those factors to consider. So we know that what we're trying to accomplish is big, but that's why there are so many of us. So that doesn't say very much specifically, but that's kind of where we are. The Career Committee is working on some very specific things, and those are going to be really, really beneficial. I'm going to let Kendall talk about that.
Thanks, Heather. So the Career Committee is much like the other committees in that it's been a significant struggle since COVID came along. It's a little difficult to train in the middle of this pandemic, but our focus is really on training and then helping these students find good employment. There is some good news that has come along. We have redesigned the Future Fit program. Just to kind of remind you, the Future Fit program was developed last year by the University of Arkansas Fort Smith. And the design of it was really to help people who are unemployed or underemployed develop technical skills for production operator assembler jobs. So process people, production people, manufacturing. We held our first class in the fall of 2019. And I think about 80% of those graduates received jobs. And then we held our second class in the spring of this year, and only about 20% of them found jobs, because as they graduated in the middle of April, and the next thing you know, here we are in the middle of a pandemic, and so it's been tough. The graduates, though, as they found jobs, their average starting salary is between $13 and $15 an hour. We have one student that found a job at $21.50 an hour, which we were just thrilled about, because that is fantastic. We've made changes to the program to move it more online and reduce it from 12 weeks down to 4 weeks. So the basic requirements for the program, person either needs a GED or a high school diploma. They need a career readiness certificate, and either the Fort Smith Adult Education Center or those of us here at UAFS can test for that, and we can provide that. They're going to need a reliable internet, and then they're going to need a computer. And the first 3 weeks are designed to be online. UAFS will provide a training coach to go along with them to ensure that they're getting great progress. And then the 4th week, we'll bring them into the lab, and we'll put them hands-on with the skill boss. Of course, we're still working on this because of the COVID issues about social distancing and the mask requirements and things of that nature. But our goal is to start the class August the 3rd. And so this class would graduate at the end of August, be ready for employment right around the 1st of September. And so we're reaching out to local employers to get them involved in that as well. Again, this training is completely free to the individual. It's sponsored by the Arkansas Economic Development Commission. It's about 96 hours of training. It involves things like math and safety and blueprint reading and machine operations. And then we get into the social, the soft skill part, the collaboration, the work ethic, the interpersonal skills. And so completely paid for. And so this is going to be a great, great program for your clients. And so you can reach out to me. I'll throw my email address in there, and I can provide you flyers, or I can provide you registration forms if you're interested.
Thank you, Kendall. Does anybody have, before we move on, does anybody have specific questions about anything with Future Fit?
I do. I wanted to ask Kendall, he mentioned that you had to have the career readiness certificate. Are you saying that before they could qualify for Future Fit, they have to have that certificate? I was a little confused by that.
Yeah, Keely. So the Arkansas Economic Development Commission requires a CRC, and the test is about 3 hours long, and it's free. We provide that here, but the Fort Smith Adult Education provides it as well. They can go ahead and register, but they'll have to have the CRC completed before they begin the classes.
Got it. Okay. I didn't know that, so thank you.
Any other questions? All right. Yeah, it's a really good program. I'm glad they've been able to pivot a little bit and kind of adjust their programming to the needs of the clients. So that's helpful for us, helpful for them. That mostly wraps up what we're going to go over today. And I'm going to try not to, we're a little over an hour. I'm going to try not to keep anybody. I know some people have some things to get to. But I would like to stay on. We've recorded this meeting today, and I will send out the link. So anyone who wasn't able to attend can watch it. But I'm going to stay on here for a little bit and see if anybody has any questions, comments. Typically, we would schedule, at the end of the meeting, we would schedule committee meetings. So that's going to have to happen amongst the committees, and those that are on the committee are familiar with that process. So if you are not on a committee and you'd like to be, then contact us there as well. And we'll get you in touch, or I'll get you in touch with whoever is in whoever's the chair of that committee. So any questions, comments, suggestions? I'm very excited to be working with all of you, as I said, and I look forward to getting to know you better.
I'm excited as well. I appreciate everyone. And y'all have a great weekend, that's all I have to say.
Heather, I do have a question. Do we have the latest count on the total number of families that are in the program yet? Not today? Okay. I wasn't sure if we had an updated count.
Yeah, Karen's been working on those numbers, but wasn't able to put anything together final for today. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sorry. Thanks.
That's okay.
So I have a question. As a foster mom, I know there's a lot of foster moms that are just like me and want to, help the bio families, and even not just like the bio families that are already going through DHS, but like that are in protective service cases. What can we do? Is there something as far as like what foster parents can do? Because I know, like, for us, there's a group of us that are, we donate cribs and we donate nurseries and stuff to moms that are pregnant, to moms that have kids that come into care. We really try to rally behind them and support them. But what else could we do as foster parents?
To support the bio families? Is that what you're saying?
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a good answer for that. I'm not as familiar with that side of it, but I will definitely look into it and see what we can do, to help you better support them. I'll get back to you.
Miss Michelle, I can kind of talk to you a little bit about that. If you want to talk to me, you want to talk now or later?
We can go ahead.
I mean, you've done amazing. That mom you recently donated, she had nothing and a newborn. And she is, that truly restored some hope in her.
Thank you.
Our moms, they just need a support person. It was mentioned earlier, they really don't have those natural supports a lot of times. And something as simple as, when you're living in the day-to-day stress of just trying to survive, it's hard to come up with an action plan. So having an outside set of eyes and that support person there to kind of help them game plan of, okay, let's focus on this first. Let's prioritize, things of that nature. Just having somebody and to give a listening ear sometimes helps them a lot. So if we could figure out a way to just kind of create those support systems around them, that's very helpful.
Okay. I think it's kind of the scary of, we're the foster parent, they're the bios, but when you look at it, it's not that scary. And with the moms that come in and they're pregnant, like if we could just take that one worry off their plate, and they could focus on the other issues that they have to deal with, I think that's, that's very important too.
Yes, it is. It is. And we appreciate you so very much.
Thank you.
Hey, Michelle, if you would, could I get your contact information at some point? And because I'd like to work with you too on trying to connect
the bio families with the foster families. In the work that we've done, whenever the bio families know that their children are with good people that aren't trying to replace them as parents,
Absolutely.
they're able to focus on the task at hand and move forward in their case plan. And I think we had talked before about maybe trying to do like an icebreaker letter, like an introduction of who you are, and not too much, revealing information, but just to say that you're the mom and dad and we're just supporting you while you get things back underway. So that can kind of put their mind at ease. But then also on the flip side of that, maybe trying to allow the parents, the bio parents, an opportunity to tell you those little things, like if they're still using a bottle, if they need the pacifier at night to go to sleep, if they want a nightlight, things like that. So if you and I can kind of work together, and it's a collaborative effort. So anyone else that has input, please feel free to join in. But yeah, I put my email address in the chat earlier. But if I need to again, just let me know.
Yeah, I'll look for it, but you might want to just put it again.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, thank you all. I think we're wrapping up, and I appreciate all of your input. Like I said, please contact me if you have any questions, comments, and I will do my best to help in the process. Yes, sir. Did you have anything, Danny Baker?
Yes, I had a question. Are there any needs associated with COVID-19? Any PPE needs, masks? Is there anything that we can help with in that regard, or most of the families taken care of?
Does anybody have any insight from? I haven't heard specifically. I know that I think I heard that DHS was needing masks, but I don't have any specifics on that. Does anybody have any information?
I had an observation, Heather, and I apologize for popping in and out. My internet was fuzzy, but I wondered if we need to start some kind of a movement to get these families ready for school, and what those burdens will be for those kids going back to school, whether they'll have to buy masks or any other supplies. So I just wondered if we need to supply our families with masks for those kids going back to school.
That's something that we should probably look into. They should probably have access anyway. But I don't know what school is going to look like. But yeah, we want to make sure that that's not a barrier as well. So I'll look into that. I'll see what the needs are, and see what we can.
If you identify a need, reach out to me. We have
all right. Appreciate it.
The availability of things like that.
Heather, I know you had asked about DHS needing masks.
Yes.
And we're always in the need because we use them for our families and of course for investigations as well. So yes, I would say yes, we are definitely in need of masks.
Okay.
We had some church organizations that were making some handmade for us, but we go through them so fast,
okay.
Yes, I would say yes, we're definitely in need.
All right, so what is the best way then, Laura, to facilitate that process? To contact?
You can call me. I mean, that's fine. You've got my email and stuff. I'll be happy to pick them up. Is the easiest. I can come to you or come wherever I need to.
Okay, so we'll continue that conversation. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Abby, did you have a? You're muted.
Sorry, I'm driving. This is the story of my life, you know. But I am so excited that you've come on and we're growing like we are. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. And ever since he said restore hope, and I've been so involved with people with no hope for so long, I'm thrilled. So anyway, I know that my niche is very small in the big puzzle, you know, but we changed the name of our committee several times, and I've lost track. The last time I was involved was we were the Thrive Committee. So could you rehook me up with that?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. It looks like I'll be traveling less, and so I'm pretty excited about that.
Awesome. Yay. Thank you,
I have
Abby.
to tell you, though, our single parents, we were able to wrap around them with computers if they needed them, and internet if they needed it, and $350 for food, and every single one of them finished the semester. Isn't that cool? So,
Yeah, that's
yeah,
good.
so I'm ready to jump in.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks.
Hey, Heather.
Yeah.
This is Jeannie. I'm fixing to get off here, but I just want to take the opportunity while I have it. It doesn't have anything to do with the committee or with the group. But Officer Baker, is it Sergeant Baker or Officer Baker? Or Chief Baker? What is it?
It's Danny. How about that?
Okay. Danny, I just want to tell you how much I appreciate you, the job y'all do. I appreciate you joining things like this to help our community. I wish every community was blessed with such a great police department. Y'all do a great job. I truly appreciate y'all. I believe in y'all. And everybody here does a great job, but I felt called to let you know how much I support you and appreciate you.
Well, thank you very much. We're trying to do the right thing here.
Well, we appreciate it. And everybody have a great weekend.
Thank you. All right. Well, anybody who, like I said, is interested in a committee, get a hold of me, and we'll try to connect people to the right right committee or right area, right whatever makes sense. But please stay in contact with me. We'll continue doing these meetings once a month. We'll go back to the first Friday meetings. So committee meetings will meet in between that, and you'll be hearing from me if I don't hear from you. So thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Have a good weekend.
Thank you.